Clearing the past. This is from my book, Tantric Relating. Clearing the past is a very important stage for couples. I know when a lot of couples come to work with me, they are trapped in a lot of resentments from the past. Uh, they are still mad about things that happened a year ago, 5 years ago, who knows, 20 years ago, depending on the length of the relationship. And I've talked already about keeping things current in the present, but when couples have gotten into trouble, there's usually a lot of excavating of the past that needs to be done. There's a long tradition of this in spiritual traditions, that this is a piece of work that people do in order to be able to progress spiritually. So, for example, in Toltec shamanism, there's a process of clearing the past, of going through every incident that you remember and seeing if you still have charge on it. Now, what we mean by that is, does the body respond in any way? Do we cry? Does our breath stop? Do feelings come up into our heart or make us kind of sick in our stomach? That's something that's not cleared. So we would do that on an individual basis, but today we're talking about couples. So on an individual basis, we go in and we work through these things. There are other traditions. I know there's a certain tradition where it's called clearing, where you clear everything that still has charge on it. There is, and you actually read on a meter, there's a tradition in 12 steps where you do a list of everyone you have resentments on in your whole life, and you work through those. You work with each one and then you give it to someone else so that there's no more charge, no more feeling, no more upset about all of these things from your past. Because anything that's not clear from the past, anything we still are afraid of, anything that we're still ashamed of, anything that we're still haven't forgiven ourselves for, anything that we still feel sad about, all of these are going to show up, keeping us from being our authentic self in the true moment, in this moment. And then for couples, it has to do with going back and clearing all of these places of upset. And this can be a lengthy process. And you might want a third person to help you with it, or you can do it yourself. But every incident from the past that isn't cleared is going to show up, making things more difficult to be in the present moment. There's still resentment. This is going to show up in the bedroom, that I'm still mad about that time you said such and so. And I'm still upset that over these many years you haven't done your share of the housework. And he's still upset about this and that and the other thing. So part of the work, even though it can be a little bit, it can seem like work, because it is. It's archaeological excavation, rooting these things out, talking them through until neither of you is upset about them anymore. This process, even getting started a little bit will help, but when you actually get done, there's a metaphysical shift because all the work's been done. There's a clearing, a freshness, inrush of energy to take place where all of these things have been muddying the water, keeping us unclear about the present. It's a phenomenal thing. It is possible to get done. That is another thing that people don't realize, and that Western psychology maybe isn't aware of, is that it's possible to clear all of this stuff, and then as you continue to clear it on a daily basis, it doesn't pile up anymore. It's a fantastic thing that's available to you. So I would suggest getting more into this process of clearing yourself, clearing your past, and then clearing your past with your partner. It makes a big difference.